Many risks for our wristwatches are visible, such as scratches, damages, hints, external force, water, whatever it may be. But there is one invisible risk, and that is magnetism. Some producers of watches face this risk with special models, and this is what this video is about. Hello and welcome to WatchMaxie's Watch Videos. My name is Axel and I'm glad to have you on the show. This video is about special models which face magnetism, which have a special protection against magnetism, make them more resistant against magnetism. But before we come to the watches in detail, there is one hint just for my personal sake. If you watch my videos and you haven't subscribed yet, I personally don't care too much about that, because I do my videos because I like the content, I like making videos, but YouTube cares. The more people have subscribed to my channel, the more people are suggested to view my videos, and that is a kind of recognition for the work I do. So if not yet done and you don't mind, please subscribe, leave a thumbs up. It really supports me in terms of YouTube can see that my videos are liked, that you liked my videos, and is going to suggest my videos to more people. And I would really appreciate that, because this is a kind of recognition of the work I do. But now let's come to the German brands, or 5 German brands, which create special models with magnetic field protection. The first brand I would like to touch base on is Zinn. I used the Zinn own product search facility on their website to look for magnetic field protection, and the result showed 18 watches which have this particular technology built in. While I speak, you see the video of the website showing all the different watches and models with that particular technology. I'm not going to talk about all 18 watches. It would just be too much for that single video. I pick one of my favorite watches out of that technology range, and that's the Zinn EZM3. It's the Einsatzzeitmesser Mission Timer 3. It's a pure diver's watch with a water resistance of 500 meter and a really great value for money relation, as far as I'm concerned. And that's one of the very rare watches which I honestly regret to have sold, and maybe it's going to come back to my collection one day or another. The watch has not only built the magnetic field protection as one of the Zinn technologies, but also the temperature resistance technology, as well as the AR dehumidifying technology. So we have got 3 Zinn technologies built in a single watch, with a diameter of 41 millimeter, water resistance of 500 meter. And despite the fact that we have so many Zinn technologies built in the watch, the total thickness of 12.3 millimeter makes a watch very comfortable to wear and not too thick on the wrist. The lug width is 20 millimeter. We have a standard ETA or oscillator movement, and the price is on a leather strap 1,590 euro, and on a steel bracelet we've got 1,790 euro. Absolutely great and gorgeous watch. I really do like it a lot, and I personally think this is a real value for money bargain. The next watch I would like to touch base on is a watch from Genova, and here we've got the Flight Engineer. It's a typical flight watch, a pilot's watch, a flight engineer's watch. Similar size like the Zinn EZM3. We've got a diameter of 40.6 millimeter, a thickness of 14.8. And here you can see that the magnetic field protection usually makes watches a little bit thicker than usual. And that's the case with the Flight Engineer and the turning bezel. The EZM3 is one of the flattest watches I personally know with magnetic field protection. The thickness of 13.5, 14.45 is about the range I would expect watches to be with magnetic field protection. The Flight Engineer has a water resistance of 200 meter, bidirectional turning bezel, no click bezel, lug width of 20 millimeter, and weighs without the strap 85 grams. The price on the leather strap is 1,479 euro. Really great watch. The lume is great. I own this watch in a special version, not a brushed case, but a bead blasted case. And I really can confirm it is a comfortable watch, and the thickness does not disturb at all in a daily life, at least not in my daily life. The third watch I'm going to present today is a watch from Archimedes, and here we go to the outdoor series. Many years ago, Archimedes presented the Outdoor Protect in a 39mm version, and a few years later they presented the Outdoor 41 with a magnetic field protection, the 41 Anti-Mag. This watch is available both in a steel version and a titanium version. I'm going to show you the steel version here. The diameter is 41.3 millimeter and the thickness is surprisingly just 11.2 millimeter, which means it is even flatter than the EZM3. I don't know how they did it, but they did it. It's very comfortable on the wrist. We have a sapphire crystal, we have a Swiss standard movement, we have a water resistance of 200 meter, 20 millimeter lug width, and a price tag on a steel bracelet of just 1,100 euro, which is about the midfield of the watches I present today. While looking around to find watches with magnetic field protection, which may not be on the radar of every collector, I spotted one brand which I personally had never associated with magnetic field protection, and that's Marcelo C, a brand from the extremely west part of Germany, quite close to Belgium and the Netherlands, and that's the Marcelo C Nettuno 3, a watch with a price tag of 838 euro, which is on the lower side of the watches which I present today. The watch has a magnetic field protection, has a diameter of 40 millimeter and a thickness of 13.8 millimeter, and a water resistance is given up to 300 meter. So that's a pretty nice watch. As you can see from the picture, it is a typical diver's watch. I had some Marcelo C's in the hand. I didn't do a full review yet. I hope it's coming this year, but I can say the watches are really well made, are reasonably priced, and if you buy a Marcelo C, I think you can't do anything wrong. And with that particular watch, with the water resistance of 300 meters, sapphire crystal, Swiss standard movement, and in addition a magnetic field protection, you've got a watch which may last for a very, very long time and may possibly even enjoy your kids or grandkids later on. So 838 euro for a watch which is made for a lifetime. The last watch I'm going to present today is a watch which I've owned for quite some time and which is still in my collection, and I have to admit, didn't know that it has a magnetic field protection. While doing the background research, collecting all the details, I just noticed, oh, the watch I already have and own has a magnetic field protection, and that's the Laco Frankfurt GMT, a real fresh and modern interpretation of a Flieger's watch, which comes on the black sailcloth strap, which is shown here, and an additional, a little bit more colorful split NATO strap at a price tag of 1,650 euro. If you look for the watch, talk to some retailers, you may get it 150 bucks, 200 bucks cheaper. Around that price tag, you'll find that watch. It's a modern but yet typical Flieger's watch with a diameter of 43 millimeter, but it wears pretty comfortable. Has a water resistance of 200 meter, elaborate Swiss movement built in, water resistance of 200 meter, sapphire crystal, a lug width of 20 millimeter, lug to lug of 50 millimeter, and a total thickness of 12.5 millimeter. This watch is also available in a black version. However, I personally prefer the gray one since it adds another additional nuance to my collection. I still have a couple of black watches. I have some lighter watches, gray, white, cream white, and this gray version in particular, in combination with the colorful accents, adds a new flavor to my collection, and I really do like that. If you don't have watches with magnetic field protection and you think your watch may have had contact with a magnetic field and the accuracy changes, you can fix it by yourself with a tiny, not too expensive tool. If you look for it, go to the description of my video down below. You'll find a link. If you buy it via that link, you can support my channel and fix your watch if it had magnetic field protection. How to use that tool I show you right over here or over here. I don't know exactly where, so somewhere here I'll link a video. Stay safe, enjoy your watches, and look forward to my next videos. Till then, cheers, Axel.